Should all women work? Should all women have an income of their own? But then what about women who've taken a career break to raise their children, to look after their families, or because their husband moved? Or what about women who don't want to work, who made a choice to not work but look after their families? What about them? This is a debate that keeps cropping up, and I want to say something about this today. But before that, I want to tell you a little story. I want to tell you the story of this sari. I've worn this sari in many videos, and many of you have asked me about this sari, where it is from, because it's gorgeous. My mom bought this sari. In fact, a lot of the saris in my collection, which most of you have liked, have actually been bought by my mom. She has this gorgeous eye for saris, for styling, for decor, for design. My mom was a housewife. She, like many women in her generation, chose not to work, chose to be a housewife. She has no regrets. I do. And I always look at it as a lost opportunity, because this is a talent and a superpower that she has. And that's what brings me to the point I want to make. It's okay if you choose not to work. But my point is that each of us has a superpower, and each of us should have a purpose when we wake up in the morning. And while your children and your husband and your family can be your purpose, it cannot be your entire purpose. And even if you're on a break, or you've chosen to be on a break, there has to be something that you wake up every morning and do, which is entirely yours. And a lot of times we think that we have a lot of barriers. I don't have the time, I don't have help, or I don't have the circumstances, I don't have money to start something. But the thing is, later in your life, in your 50s, 60s, perhaps even your 40s, you may look back and think that this barrier was so tiny. And I could have easily surmounted this barrier. I could have done something to find a solution. And that regret should not happen. So you don't want to live a life where your entire purpose is something else, and you don't give yourself what you want to do, time. And as time goes by, each of us figures out our talent and our superpower. We know this one or two thing that we are good at, and we owe it to ourselves, and we owe it to the world to do something about that purpose. And it doesn't matter when you start. You can start in your 40s, you can start in your 50s, you can start in your 30s, the earlier the possible. But it's very important to have a purpose. Money is a happy byproduct, because if you do it for money, maybe you need to do it for money. But even if you do it for money, if you've chosen to not work and now you want to do something for money, it may just seem like something, oh my God, I have to do this. But if you do it for purpose, if you find that 1 hour, 2 hours every day because you enjoy doing it, and you move forward, it propels you forward. That little bit you do every day propels you forward. That is purpose, and that is something all of us should have. We should be able to wake up in the morning and think that, okay, this is something that I'm going to do for myself. If it leads to an income, wow. Even if it doesn't, it leads to an identity, and it leads to me being a more wholesome person. It leads to interesting conversations that I can make about something that I'm doing in life, So there has to be a purpose, and it cannot be always just your children. It's good to have that purpose, but each of us needs to do something about that superpower or that talent that we have. So find your purpose, find your superpower. And even if you've chosen not to work, do something about this. And it will make you a happier person.